And welcome to Music Meanderings. I'm Mike Lamneck, and here's some new releases that I'm listening to right now. Now, these are the ones that I have found myself going back to. There's a lot of new music out there. Some of it I just listen to once and don't come back to. But these three that I'm going to talk about today are three releases that I find myself listening to time and time again. And that to me is kind of the sign of really good music, when you can listen to it over and over and get something new out of it. Well, the first one, it should be no surprise that one of those releases is Jon Anderson and the Band Geeks, and their new one called True. A lot of people calling this the greatest Yes album that Yes never did. I think they should have just called it Yes It Is. Get it? That would have been a cool title. In the band, Jon Anderson, lead vocals, harp, production, musical arrangement. The multi-instrumentalist, very talented Richie Castellano. You might recognize that name. He's also in the current lineup of Blue Oyster Cult, so he stays mighty busy these days. Mainly on bass guitar on this, also keyboards, vocals, and helps out on production. Andy Escasole, I am definite that I butchered his name. Drums, percussion, keyboards, vocals. Also, Andy Graziano on guitar, Christopher Clark on keyboards, and Robert Kipp on Hammond organ. So there are, 9 tracks on this, and they're all really very good. Some shorter songs that have maybe the, 80s newer Yes sound to them, kind of the Trevor Yes sound to them, but a lot of the epic sounding Yes too, like a song called Counties and Countries, and also Once Upon a Dream. So if you're a Yes fan, you're a Jon Anderson fan, I think you're really going to dig this one. Jon Anderson and the Band Geeks and True. The next one, I was very skeptical of this when it came out, because I'm a big Sweet fan of classic Sweet. And I've been following the group and know that they have, one original member. Sweet's got a new album out, which they claim will probably be their last one, although Andy Scott is not really committing to that right now. He kind of says we'll see how it goes. He's fighting cancer, by the way, so keep him in your prayers. Sweet Full Circle, featuring original member Andy Scott and his new band. And it really does maintain the original Sweet sound, other than, of course, the distinctive lead vocals of Brian Conley, which are sadly missing. But if you're not a Sweet fan, they're a British glam rock band founded in 1968, kind of known for their bubblegum hits to start with, songs like Little Willie and that sort of thing, but then they could also rock, and had some big success in the U.S. in the 70s, huge success in Britain in the late 60s and 70s, and even into the 80s. Well, Connolly died in 1997. Original members Steve Priest and also Mick Tucker also have passed on. But Andy Scott is still alive with his version of the band. They've sold over 35 million records worldwide, which is enough reason to check this one out. As I said, I was prepared not to like this one, but it won me over. They may not have the original sound so much, but they do maintain the original attitude. Some cuts to check out on this one include Circus, that's the opening track. Also Burning Like a Falling Star, Changes, and I especially like Destination Hanover. Again, this is Music Meanderings, and be sure to hit that bell and also subscribe to the channel, won't you? I would really appreciate that. We're going to check out one more new release that I find myself listening to over and over again, and that is 90s band collectivesoul and their new double album called Here to Eternity. And it's the 14th studio album by the band. consisting of brothers Ed and Dean Rowland, and they've stayed active, really. Released albums since their formation, have stayed on the road. 20 songs on this one. Enough material to, of course, be considered a double album. And not a huge fan of this band. I've kept up with the hits over the years, have a couple of their CDs. And I think they might have been better off actually releasing two single albums instead of just a double album this time around. But it's just full of great songs. It just gets a little hard to listen to the entire thing without it seeming a bit formulaic, just my opinion there. But there you go. 3 releases you might want to check out. Jon Anderson, the band Geeks, True. Also, Sweet's new one. Could it be their last one? Perhaps. Full Circle. And Collective Soul, Here to Eternity. Well, God bless you, and thanks for watching. Tell your friends, and please subscribe if you haven't already to Music Meanderings.